Hello everyone, it's Lindsay from the Vintage Button. I'm with a slow stitch video. Is it a slow stitch video? Yeah, there's stitching and it's slow. We're going to make something. So I've got this old sundress that I've started to tear apart. I've used the lining for some things. I can't remember what I used the lining for. But I've started to tear into the actual dress. And what I've done is I've torn some strips. And then I've started to make some little bows. And I've made them the very easy way of, you know, when you're teaching your kid to tie their shoelaces. I don't know, you might not have done this, but this is how we did it. Again, I don't want to teach you to suck eggs, but it just seems to be the way to make a really, or as even as possible bow. So you make 2 loops, hold them in the centre with your thumb, go under and up, and then eventually when you pull it together and a little bit of finagling and moving things around, you end up with a reasonably passable bow on both sides. I'm going to do a little bit of finagling. Things are never as good when I do them on camera as when I do them by myself. It's a bit like pancakes, isn't it? I don't mind the unevenness there, that's alright. Okay. So you make a couple of those, you make a few of those, you make a bunch of those, and then you can make a garland. That's what the hope is. I've got paint on my fingers, so excuse that because I've just made another video. I'm going to make a series of like quickish videos doing really simple makes that are actually really important for putting Christmas together for me. Like, it's going to help me put Christmas together. So I got all my stuff out to get my trees done. It is the 30th of November. I have the small sofa in the sitting room I've filled, and we'll just potter away at it, treat myself when I've got 5 minutes here and there, and hopefully by the end of the week we would have been Christmas-could up in our house, which I'm sure it will be. I'm taking far too long over this bow. Why am I doing that? Just pull it, Lindsay. Pull it tight. There we go. It's a bow. Needle and thread. Same colour, similar colour. It's not quite the same colour, but it'll do. And my other reds are downstairs. Although I've got a red there, but it means digging, and another couple of reds. I don't know. We're going to use this. Now, what I want, in fact, if I show it you on the black background, you'll kind of see. I want it so that when they hang, they're kind of separate here. So I have seen them done where they're glued all the way there, but I don't want it like that. I want it to be a bit looser. So I want it to be so that they're stuck together just at the tips. We'll try and get the orientation of them all the same. So just at the tips, which is the right way. Well, for some of them it's easier to tell than others. Just at the tips, so that when they hang, they'll hang a bit like that. You know, they won't be too close together. So you can hear my family noises in the background because they live here too. And Lily is baking, and Miles is just in the kitchen. I've got to go and put dinner on in a minute. It's going dark already. It's like 3 o'clock and it's going dark. So how are we going to do this? How are we going to do this without getting tangled up? I think we're just going to do it like that. It's not going to be just a couple of stitches, maybe 3. This will cost me nothing. I'm sure, you know, like red t-shirt material, you'd be able to do this with, or any colour, whatever colour your Christmas is. I'm very traditional. I always have been. I kind of, even when I've had like a multicoloured tree, which it's not my first ever. my first proper Christmas tree. I've always had a bit of a Christmas tree, but like was multicoloured. But those were always red and green. So that's simple. That's going to look so cute. So I don't know where I'm going to put this. I think it's going to be either in my dining room or my living room. It's going to be somewhere. And in the main decorations, it's not going to be like up here or anything. I think it's just going to look cute. And I've got an entire dress that I could sit and do this. So the idea is for me, because we have our Christmas decorations up. Generally it's after the 3rd I put things up, but I just was like, we had some time this morning. There's some heavy boxes in front of the cupboard where the Christmas is, and I was like, just move that out of the way for me and I'll get in there and get it out and do Christmas. So it's all out and it's waiting. The cat is sat judging it. What am I doing? Make sure it's even. But do you know, having said that, but it doesn't really matter. But it doesn't matter. I've done this differently. That doesn't matter either. You just want that top half to be attached somehow. Then finish it off with a bit of a knot. Oh, look at that. That looks cute. No, I think I've done it better there than I've done there, but I really don't think it'll matter. It will not matter. Let's do all the bows. I like it. So what else am I going to do? I've got an idea of using our punches, because if you're a junk journaler you probably have loads of punches, and I have loads of punches, so I thought, oh, we could make some simple decorations with our punches. We might have a go at making wrapping paper. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I just know I want to take the pressure off myself and feel like I take the pressure off you. I've been watching a load of, since I got ill, load of like Homeworthy and Everybody's Perfect houses, and I was like, oh, well, I'm never going to live that up, and I don't earn enough money to live up to that, because some of these houses are truly amazing. And I was like, I don't know if I want to. I just want to be creative and have peace. So that's what we're going to do. I want it to be festive and magical. And I don't have little children anymore, you know, like I've got somebody who's about to turn 18. So it's not even like I want it to be magical for her. I want it to be magical for me. So yeah. Does it matter if the knot's on display? I don't think it will be. I think you could probably put this on the Christmas tree. If you had like a big real one, oh, that would be lovely. I don't have space in my house for a real one. I literally have one little place where I could put a Christmas tree, because my lounge is tiny. Unfortunately, because I had a tiny house in Cambridge, and we did have space to put a real Christmas tree in front of the window, because we had like a bay window in the house we were living in Cambridge, but it had a radiator, so like any real tree would die immediately, so we didn't do that. Let me get a drink of tea. But yeah, I'll do a simple paper wreath, because I wanted to do a leafy paper wreath and cut out my stamps, my IOD stamps, and then I realised that would take forever. But I think there might be another way I can do it and get a similar vibe, like almost like treating paper like real greenery. So I've got a wreath form. We'll be doing that, but it is going to be as and when things take my fancy, because I don't have the energy I do in the summer. And so we have to operate on a different level when we're like that. And I think I'd like I was just telling the people in our Junk Journal January, like, collaborators group, that, you know, managing your time and your energy is vital at this time of year. Right until the clocks go forward, I think. I think life changes. I actually look forward to the clocks going forward. I don't mind that you lose an extra hour or whatever. I actually don't see it that way. I just see that the light is back. I don't feel like Nosferatu anymore. I'm not afraid of the light. I want it. I don't feel undead. Okay, so look at our little banner. Oh, that's going to be so sweet. That would be lovely on a real Christmas tree. You know, where there's the gaps draping down. So can you imagine? I mean, you could just keep going forever and ever and ever. And I don't know who that is. Just keep making simple, like when you're ripping your strips, when you're tearing your strips, have an idea of how wide you want them to be. Depends on your material as well. But if you're not ripping, then you're cutting the strips. Have an idea of how thick you want this bit to be. Yeah, and the unevenness and the raggediness of it. Like, I went shopping there's a Christmas shop in a barn called Blackthorn. Is it Blackthorn or Blackthorpe? It's near Bury St Edmunds. And we always go to the Christmas shop. And it's so expensive. It's so beautiful. It is, like, very beautiful. But it is so expensive. It's just incredibly expensive. And, yeah, I just kind of saw all this stuff. I was like, I wanted it. And I did spend some money. I bought some little tiny glass stars for the tree I want to do. I think I either want to put them in the window in the kitchen, but I think they'll get lost, so I think they'll go on the tree in our bedroom. And it was £40 for like 2 packs of these stars and 2 little felt animals that I'm going to put in Lily's Christmas stocking. And I was like, well, I can't do that. That's like half a week's shop on bits of glass. So I was like, oh no, we've got to get the make on. And one of the things they had was ribbon, and it wasn't even velvet. It was like this. It was just like dull cotton beautiful on a big cotton reel. But they wanted £25-35 for these like reels of ribbon, and I was like, no, I'm sure I can make that. I am one of those people who walk around places go, I could make that. And obviously I don't want to take away from the people who make things, but that is basically what I decided to do. I was like, right, I'm going to go home and I'm going to make some of that ribbon. And that's what this is. It's my homemade, kind of like all of that very sort of homespunny bits. I don't do trends, Christmas trends, and that's why I do, you know, red and green and stuff, because I think that's just another waste of money. A waste of precious planet resources. I can't stand all that Ralph Lauren Christmas, because even Ralph Lauren, that was like trying to be like the Queen at Balmoral, and it's, you know, shopping, 1990s shopping. There's a few things I like about the 90s, but that's not one of them. I like Home Alone. I like the Home Alone house that doesn't exist like that anymore, apparently. But yeah, I don't want to do a trend. See, why does it not work when I'm doing it with people? I don't know. Is it Sod's Law? Oh, that's a bit of a swear word where I'm from, really. Need to go and make some chicken. Put a chicken in the oven. Hopefully the oven is clear. Where's my thread? Oh, there it is. Do one more and then I'll go. But can you see how quick this will come? If like you sort of batch did it, you know, like if you sat and you did a load of strips one night, or put a nice Christmas film on, or a nice and I've read comments on posts and stuff. I just haven't had energy to like answer and do it justice, and I always want to, you know, write something nice. But, you know, can you imagine, like, who was it? Was it Sheila? For Hanukkah, you could do, like, blue and silver and, It doesn't have to be for Christmas. It could be whatever your celebration is. Or just winter. I don't really, we're not, like I said, we're not a family of faith in that sense, but we do celebrate the light being at its darkest and then going away. And then coming back again, because we know it's going to come back again. So, yeah. You do you. If you're still with me, thank you very much. Do all the YouTubey things that help my little channel grow. And I will see you in the next one, where we will be making something Christmassy just from what we have. So I don't know if that's what the theme is use what you have, because I've just made a video. I don't know what's going to go out first, where we made stars out of loo roll tubes. I was like, genius idea, not mine. I found it somewhere in several places, so that's why I've not sort of named where I found it, because there was just too many. There was like about 20 different reels that I just kept seeing this reel that was from different people doing the same thing, and I was like, okay, but it needs a bit of explanation. So I did it. Yeah, you could make a really nice Christmas out of not a lot. Or a birthday party. Or a little girl's room. Can you imagine that? In a little girl's room in pink. Pinks and greens and yellows. That looks like it's really expensive. I love it. Right then, everyone, I will see you soon. I'm also, get you a scrapbooking paper, because I think we should make paper chains. We should go like full authentic kind of Humsy World War II Christmas. Without the World War, please. Yeah. All right, everyone. I will talk to you soon. Bye bye.